Yeah, what's good, y'all? This is Izzy, aka Kanye, and we're back with another review for InventedKicks. And as you can see right in front of you, this week we got the Nike Dunk SB Mid and the Ken Griffey colorway, aka the Griffies. Now, before we get into it, be sure to give us a thumbs up if you do enjoy the content today, and do hit the subscription button as well to follow our content. So as soon as we get it, you guys got it, like I always tell you guys. So without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. Wow, there you guys go. All right, the Nike SB Mid Ken Griffey colorway, aka the Griffies, once again. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an introduction and a roundabout the way I normally do, and show you guys some of the details on the shoe before we get into it explicitly. And you know, the minute I saw these online, I was just like instantly like, yeah, I need those. Those are gonna live with me because yeah, them joints are sick. They're fire. Getting them in hand, taking them out the box, pulled them out the box, and did my usual smell goods and all that good stuff, and you know, just checking them out and seeing what they look like in hand. And I like them fresh out the box. I thought it was exactly what I expected. I didn't really expect too much. I wasn't expecting super premium materials. I wasn't expecting anything cheap, and I think that's exactly what I got. Something like right in the middle. So you know, it has suede, this kind of, I don't know what to call this. It feels like really short nubuck for the black parts, and then this feels more like a Durabuck, or what Durabuck used to be back in the day. And then it has these really tiny perforations that again you'll see in the videos to follow. The check here is pretty decent and all that. So you know, pretty good shoe. I mean, I think as far as execution go, they nailed this. You know, I think it's kind of cheesy when you do things almost too literal, and this is a very, very good representation. I just think that the Griffey is a very good shoe to just pull from and put on the Nike SB Dunk. So fresh out the box, you know, I think they lived up to my expectations. Now, the two things to actually complain about or kind of be irritated about is the fact that I think these are probably a Euro-only shoe, which for a lot of people didn't really make sense. The dude Ken Griffey Jr. is an MLB player, which is a Major League Baseball player here in the States, played for the Seattle Mariners, and for a lot of people, they were kind of irritated by the fact that a shoe based on an American baseball player would only be released in Europe. I have no idea how that makes any sense. Now, I did hear speculation that these would be releasing at a skate shop, at like the only skate shop in, not the only, but like at a skate shop in Seattle. I'm not sure which one. But I did hear that. I don't know how true that is, or if it's released already, or if it's gonna release or anything like that. The other thing is this part right here. So a lot of people were like, why the hell don't they put the number 24 on the side? Ken Griffey Jr.'s number is 24. His shoes that these are based off of, the Nike Air Griffey Max, have the 24 on the side, so why not put that on there? Answer, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not a skater, so I'm not sure what this really means. Some people have said that 58 resembles SB in number form, because it does look like SB looking at this. I mean, it kind of definitely looks like SB in number form. Now, I don't know if that's true. I do know that there was a tour in 2017 that Nike SB did, where basically they went up and down this highway. I don't drive either, so forgive me if the highway doesn't exist or whatever. But they went along a tour, right, in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. And what they did was gathered all these different skaters, skate shops, you know, different people, who, especially the skaters, and they kind of just went on a tour all across the country and got a lot of people to skate and just, you know, kind of put on. So that would probably be my best explanation as to why they put 58 on SBs and why it's on this particular pair. So without further ado, let's get into it, and let's get into the build, the construction, and the actual materials of these guys, which I know you guys want to see. All right, y'all, so getting directly into it, we got the back panels as well as the toe box material, the eyelets, and even the strap, which is done in very short haired nubuck. And I say it's nubuck because when you go back and forth, you can see that the direction of the suede or the nubuck hairs change. I say suede because I'm an old school dude, and we used to call everything suede back in the day. Now in the middle, that middle panel, the toe box, and even the that heel counter there, that heel part there, you're gonna find it has that freshwater bluish greenish kind of color, that tone, and it has like this perforated Durabuck material that's a little bit more flatter than your nubuck is. And then it also has like those little dots in there. That's what I mean by perforated, which reminds me of like the Air Jordan 3, the white cement that released April 19th. 2003, I remember because that's my birthday. But it reminds me of that in terms of like these little dots that it has in it, and I like that because it kind of has, like, if you've ever seen the freshwater, the actual Griffeys, it has this texture on it, on the freshwater color that's similar to that. So I like that. And then the toe box has this white swoosh there as well, which gives it some extra added detail. Can't remember if all mids do that because this is the first mid that I've had. The only mid that I ever actually wanted, I think, before these were the ones from the 3 Bear pack. And then when you look at the back, one thing that I think is missing from these is the fact that they don't have this like pull tab that the highs have. And I think some mids have had this in the back, but you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm bugging, tripping, or whatever the case is. And also the stitching in the midsole. I think this is pretty dope that they made it white stitching and not black. It breaks up the shoe a little bit and it gives it a little bit of you know, some difference between the upper and the lower. Now the tongue is pretty much all black, and then it has the red Nike SB logo on the tongue tag, which is pretty cool. Just like the freshwaters, a little bit of red hit in there, which works for the shoe, and it blends in very nicely. The only thing I probably don't like about this part of the shoe is the dye that I think that they used in the eyelets. So I like to switch my laces up a little bit and change them up. And when I was doing that, I found that some of the material from the dye, the blackness of it, was just leaking onto the white laces and just making them a little, you know, not look as clean as they were supposed to, a little too quickly for me. And I think that was probably something that was a downside. Now, getting into the padding of these, the padding is crazy, which I think skaters are going to like. That should be good for anybody who's trying to ride with these, especially having that strap in the front. That's pretty much all I got for you guys in terms of the build for these. In my opinion, like I said, they killed these in terms of the execution, going from the Air Griffey freshwater to these. All right, y'all. So like I said, that's pretty much it in terms of the construction, the build, and hopefully that gives you guys a better idea in terms of how these are built, the materials and all that, and whether or not these are pretty much worth it. Now, I think as far as the price goes, like last time I checked, like I said, the price on these was pretty decent and worth it, especially for a Griffey release that's a Euro only and all that good stuff. So now in terms of what they came at, the box is dope. All right, and I really love this box. I mean, it's tan with the orange Nike hit there. It just really gives it a classic feel, really retro feel, or just something kind of dope. I don't know how else to call it. But anyway, they came with that, and I really wish that they would have been waxed like this. I don't know if the wax version would have looked as decent because the tan, just that matte look on the tan box just looks good. I'm probably talking way too much about boxes, but I love boxes and presentations of sneakers because it's all art to me. Oh, and then they also came with these extra black SB laces, which, you know, you can put in here to give it a kind of a toned down look, or you can use with another pair of SBs. Now, the weird thing is that they came without an SB lace bag, which is not strange for SBs because they've been doing that. But the fact that the Syracuse pair and the Kentuckys, which are not SBs, they're just regular Dunk Lows, and those came with extra regular flat laces with a plastic SB bag, you know, and I just thought that was like really strange. I'm like, why are non-SBs coming with lace bags that say Nike SB on them and then these don't? I don't know. Whatever. So in terms of fit, these fit the same as your other SB. So get the same size you always get in your Dunks, bro. So let me know what you guys think. Are you feeling these? Did you cop these already? Did you get these in hand? What do you think? Do you think they're premium? Do you think they're trash? Do you think they could have pulled this off better? I've heard that before. I don't think they could have, but do you? Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you going after a pair of these? If you are, I will have the link down below. Unfortunately, the StockX, the only place that looks like I can cop these, and probably a lot of you guys can, unless you are in Europe and you already have these. Let me know what you guys think of these. I'm interested in to see, you know, what you guys think, because this is a mid, and mids don't get as much love as lows and highs. And for me, this is a fire ass shoe, so I don't care that they're a mid. I'm just like, I got out. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. As usual, you can follow us on Instagram. I'm on there at Kanyizzy, KANYIZZY. And InventedKicks, of course. We're always on there at InventedKicks. All right. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and hit the subscription button below as well. Until next time, y'all. 1.